everyone to This Week in Svelte, episode 137. And the changelog today will be kind of short, I think, because SvelteKit is all focused on SvelteKit v3, so there is a new branch. It's been a while, to be fair. There's a new branch v3, so there's a lot of stuff that is being merged there. And there is a version packages open PR, but it's been a long time since it's been released. But we have some juicy news, like the community add-on that Jay will present. Jean, sorry, not Jay, will present later on. And I also have a PR that I've opened. I don't know if you saw it. If you don't, I want to share it with you because it's very nice. So let's jump right into it and let's see what Svelte has been released. We have fixed correctly handled bindings on the server. So this was just the transformation of the bindings on the server that did nothing. I don't know why we never called it. Fix prevent hydration error on async add HTML. So if you had an add HTML block which was using my son that is crying. Just 1 second, let me check if everything is okay. I'll be back in a second. Okay, sorry, everything is okay, but I had to check. Okay, so we have, so basically if you were using add HTML with an async expression, I think followed by another async expression, another add HTML, it was throwing an iteration error, which was obviously nothing particularly wrong, it's just an iteration warning, but it is fixed now, it is better. Clean up super time parameters in class decoration / class expression. So we basically automatically we clean the abstract syntax tree of all the TypeScript node. And we do that because we have to keep them inside. Before we were not even, we were rejecting them automatically. But we had to leave some of them in for the migration script. And so we now manually clean them. However, there was, I think, a change recently in ESWrap, which is the library that we also developed to print the JavaScript an abstract syntax tree. And recently it made a change, and now super type parameters was also printed, because before it was not, and it was a bug in ESWrap. But this revealed a new bug in Svelte, because now supertime parameters were not cleaned up, and so if you had a specific type, it was left as TypeScript, even if you were trying to run that in the browser. So now it's fixed. Improve duplicate module import error message. This is just a simple, the error message. When you import something from the module and then you declare a variable with the same name, Svelte compiler will throw a warning for that, an error for that. The reason why we have to throw that warning ourselves is because to allow for snippets to be able to be exported from the module, we can't rely on something that is already being declared. So we need to throw it ourselves. And now it is a bit better. Fix reschedule new effect in prior batches. This is another one of those to be fair, frightening like edge cases that Simon found out. Like if a batch creates a new branch through an if block becoming true, the previous batches so far do not know about the new effect related to that. This can lead to stale values being shown. So we therefore schedule those new effects also on prior batches if they are touched by a current value in that batch. It's crazy. Okay, and I think that's it for Svelte. And I think also that we don't have anything for SvelteKit. Yeah. And let's see, we have two new release of SV utils. That's the last time that I will not touch this package because I'm always skipping this package. But now you kind of can guess what this is about. And Jean will actually talk about that in a second. We have two new releases of ESLint config, actually a major one that support TypeScript 6.0, that's nice. Upgrade globals and migrate to stylistic ESLint plugin. And also a new patch to chore avoid deprecated value for the stylistic allow template literals rule. I'm not sure if the ESLint config needs to be matched with the major version of ESLint because there is a new release of ESLint, which is the 10th, and a lot of packages actually don't support ESLint 10, but I wonder if this major release was because, I don't know. We'll see. Or maybe it was to support TypeScript, but regardless, it's a new major. We should do something. ESLint plugin Svelte, fit no navigation without resolve, added support for ternary expression. That's nice. So like even if you have a ternary expression, now it will. Yeah, if you have something like this, it shouldn't be an error, but it is an error because it was not supporting ternaries. And then no navigation without resolve, properly detecting invalid binary expression operator. So kind of similar to this, but on binary expressions. New release of the extension, support JS-TS-config section in VS Code. Add command to show compiled CSS in preview window. That's very nice too. So like, I don't know if you know, but in Svelte, you can have a show compiled code, which will actually compile your code and show you the JavaScript. And now you can also do that with CSS. Micro optimization in hotpaths, that's nice. Prevent config loading message in Svelte check incremental. So there is a message that I think shows which config is loaded, and it is now avoided doing it multiple times in incremental. Perf enable incremental TypeScript reparsing via get change range. So bunch of performance, that's nice. Various optimization with IST walk, fit, pull diagnostic support. Okay, so pull diagnostic is probably, so I don't know if you know about how an LSP works, but LSP basically communicate with VS Code, for example, or with Claude or with OpenCode through standard input generally. So you write to the standard. I'm sorry. You write to the standard input and they communicate through the standard input. And basically, like the diagnostic, I think, up until this moment, they were just emitted from the I assume, like they were just emitted from the language server. And now they also have support for pull diagnostic. So If you don't want to wait for like an event from the LSP, you can just pull the diagnostic in. Fix prevent error with escape sequence. Oh, I'm sorry. Yeah, I need some sleep. Okay, this was it. Let's see. We have a new release of Svelte check, which is mostly the same thing. Yeah, this is, but we also have JavaScript 6.0 compatibility. We have a new release of Svelte language server, which once again is mostly the same thing. We have a new release of Svelte TTSX, which mostly the same thing. Yeah. So yeah, that's it. Now we have basically like there is the goal of today showcase, which Jean will present to us, and I'm very, very excited about this. But I also want to show you something else, because I also opened a very nice PR, and I want you to go and like look at it, try it, and like see if there's something that you don't like, see, like provide feedback, because we finally have a PR open for the custom renderers API. I was working on this from a long time, and it's very nice. So this will basically unlock the ability to build a links renderer so that we can have Svelte native basically. I'm also talking with the guys behind NativeScript, which is like the Svelte native that already existed, and I think it doesn't support Svelte 5 at this point, but they want to use this API to make it work, obviously, but this also unlocks a lot more, and it will basically like, what it will do is basically you have to do this kind of stuff to create a renderer, and you need to provide your way to build like a fragment or an element or a text node or a comment and stuff like that. And then you can do stuff like renderer.render my component, and it will render your component into this thing. And there are some limitations, obviously. So like, for example, you cannot use bindings, you cannot use transition and animations. Obviously, you cannot use Svelte windows, Svelte bodies, Svelte document, and Svelte head. You cannot use CSS injected, create row snippet. You can't hydrate a component, obviously. You can mix and match two or more renderers. So like, for example, you can have a Svelte renderer that mixes with the DOM, but it requires a bit of manual handling, and it's not possible to pass a snippet from two components that are compiled with two different custom renderer. But overall, I think it's very nice, and you can see that like I made this video to demonstrate. I'm trying to build like a few custom renderers just to test how it works. And so I built a renderer for OpenTUI. So this is an actual Svelte application in the terminal using OpenTUI. You can see that I'm writing a to-do here, and they shows up here. Obviously, all of this is reactive, 2 items remaining, and you can then click here, and then you have like, I'm actually talking inside this thing, and you can filter, and this is the code that it's actually making all of this working. And as you can see, like we are actually using all the features of Svelte. We are actually using await inside the custom renderer component, and yeah, like I think it's very nice. And yeah, you can see like it's just basically Svelte. And what you basically have is that instead of div and span and stuff like that, you have code that looks like this. So you that write your custom element, your custom renderer gets to decide what are the elements that are available. In this case, box or input or select are the ones that work. and if else they all work. So like I'm very very excited about this. I'm playing around with it, and there will be a lot because obviously it's a big PR, but I really hope that we can actually get it merged soon. And someone like, yeah, okay, Alex is saying that, let me do this. Alex is saying that someone made a joke, I think, on Blue Sky about Svelte PPTX. Thanks to this, my company would pay a good PowerPoint Svelte renderer. Well, yeah, technically you can build like whatever you can, like you can basically render Svelte to whatever you want, like terminal, just an object or whatever you want. So like it could be using. So keep an eye on this. If you want, like someone actually made AI review this PR multiple times and they found 45 bugs, which I fixed already, thankfully. But like, obviously, initially there were, but I mean, not all of them were actually problems. But like I think like I had like 15 bugs that actually got fixed. So if you want, throw your clunker at this PR and ask for a review. Try to review it yourself. Try to build a custom renderer. You can use the package if you want, and let us know. Like it's not super easy to build a custom renderer because you kind of need to wait, like to know how to build something that is closer in. Like it's closer to what the DOM will do, but it is nice. All right, now it's time for the very fun part because like this is all fun and games, but there is something that Jean has to show that it's even better. So let me switch to this view, and we can see. So what are you gonna show us today? I think you are muted.
Hello, hello. You hear me now?
Yes.
Perfect.
I need.
So yes, I want to show you a bit about the community add-on stuff that, and I will show you first the website, not Dev directly. So I merged the PR 10 minutes ago, and I don't know why it's not live yet, but it will come live very soon. So basically, there is a few sections that I want to show you. So first of all, if you go to docs, CLI, there is this SV add, and we have a new level at the bottom called community add-ons. And here we can see how we can start to install a community add-on. So first thing first, you arrive here, and in an existing project, you could add this super cool project or super cool add-on, okay? You can also add with something that you have locally to your file path, so somewhere else on your computer. You can also mix and match official add-on and community add-ons. And of course, you can also create a project with an add-on directly. So maybe we can just take this one to see how it looks like. So if I take this, I put it here, and then I'm in my temporary project directory. 77 exists already. So let's go to S70. Yes, one more. Minimal TypeScript. So it's, first of all, it's experimental. Second, we didn't review anything which is in this package, right? Any community add-on, we are not maintaining these. So we are telling you, are you sure you want to continue? And please go and check on NPM or NPMX to check the current code of this add-on. We have also a mechanism to block add-on. So if we see that we have some malicious people coming and putting wrong add-on, we will just block them, and SV will not be able to pull them inside. Okay, so I know that this one is super cool, so of course it's very good. And I put yes, and I don't care about the install. And here, as usual, we have the next step. And this add-on is not doing anything, just telling you that you are super cool. I think it's super cool. So this is the first demo as a user. how to use add-on. And I hope that a lot of people will start creating these kind of add-ons.
Yeah. I think there was a question before, like initial at
Yeah.
the beginning of the stream, which was, how about add a functionality to list all available community add-on? And I don't think that's possible, right? Because the point
So
is, it's all through
we,
npm.
yeah, exactly. It's through npm, and then we want to not have a list of 2,000 add-ons. I don't know when we'll have 2,000, but
Yeah.
but there is a way to get the list of add-ons. Of course, I don't find it in 2 seconds. Why? It's not just there. It should be just there. It's maybe there. I mean, anyway, I will do it like this. If you go on your favorite explorer and you do keyword sv add, you have here the list of sv add-on, because when we create a template, we add automatically this keyword, and then you can find directly these
That's
list of packages. So like this, you will be able to find them. And there is a link somewhere in the doc. It's just I don't know why I don't see it right away. It should be actually just here.
the
Add
list.
official add-on. Yeah, it's here. You can find them here.
Right.
Maybe we should highlight it a bit more. Okay.
Yeah.
And if you prefer npm, you can do the same on npm. Okay. Yes. So as the add, so this is as a user how to add a package to your stuff. But of course, at the bottom here, you have all the official add-on, and at the bottom of the add-on section, you have this create your own. How to create your own package. And we'll not go to all the steps, but just let me show you that we have one command to create this add-on template. And then basically you will follow how to define an add-on. So with an ID, some options, you will have a setup, and then you will run. Run will edit some files, add some files, and then the next step, enjoy the add-on.
Right.
Basically, that's it. You want to do a small demo for this? Actually, we
Yeah.
can. Yeah. So let me just copy the first line here. And so we create this template. Yes, a new one. So my org/sv, because why not? We'll install with npm. Maybe I should not have tried npm for the first time, but
Yeah, you should have done it.
it's okay. My org sv, we said, let's open in code. What comes out of the box? So you have a small project setup, and you will see that you have a README. So this is more for your user, okay?
Yeah.
They will know how to add stuff. And then there is a contributing guide that you want to follow if you want to develop your own add-on, okay?
Yeah.
And in there, I will just follow the beginning. So I will do npm run create demo. So inside of this project, we create a demo, and we run the default add-on that we just created, okay?
Okay.
And then this add-on is just showing a name. So to who you want to say hello, to YouTube, of course. And you are all set. So now if
I think you need to zoom in a bit.
yeah, let's zoom it up. Can I zoom in? No. Zoom in, remove this. Is it better like this?
Maybe just a tad more.
Boom.
Okay.
Wow. what a screen. So yeah, you followed, but we added the add-on which is locally here, okay, to this demo project. So now we go in the demo, we do a npm I to install the minimal project with the demo add-on inside. And now if I go npm run dev and run this, we have our minimal, and we can say hello YouTube.
Yeah.
And then you have the full code just here. Of course, I don't see it because I see only the terminal. But basically, we have one question, which is who. And then we run to add some stuff in some files. And then we display the hello component.
Yeah. That's nice.
So,
And so, like, you have this, like, speaking about these Svelte utils, which is a package that I generally skip during
Exactly, yeah.
the this week in Svelte because of this very reason, because this is actually already out, right? You're like, we are just like,
Totally.
we need a stealth release of this, and so you can try it out actually. And so this Svelte utils is what basically helps you with modifying the files and doing, like, you don't have to do fs.write file, you don't have to do read file and stuff like that, right?
Exactly. And we prepared a lot of utils that we do a lot with all the official add-ons. We put it in a package, and then like this, you can just reuse. So you can see here Svelte add fragment, and it's quite easy and convenient to just work like this. And if you want example of how to do things, just go to the list of official add-ons because we just use the same.
Yeah, that's nice. And what else? Like, what's something that you can do that is like, is the general demo showing you almost everything, or is there something that like you
I
find
think it's
yourself?
showing you already a lot because the setup about what do you want to support in your add-on? Is it something from Kit or not? Do you depend on something else? So, for example, we could say here depends on, and then say here I depend on, and here I open it and I say to have this I need to have Prettier. Why not? I don't know. So, for example, you can have a dependency tree in your add-on, or it's more like you have maybe a client. I mean, you are depending on Tailwind. You want to just reuse the Tailwind one. And then like this, you know that you are after, and then you can set up something else or something.
Okay. And like, obviously, I assume you can also depend on another community add-on, right?
Not today. Not today, but we have it in mind. Yes.
Okay, that's nice. And yeah, what else? Like, there's some other niceties that you can show us.
I think it's already very nice.
Yeah.
But no, I think the idea is that now it's experimental and outside. The idea is to build one or two nice add-ons for you to help yourself also internally. I believe a lot into custom add-on that people will have only internally to help scaffold the project or scaffold a few files. Instead of just creating few files, you do an add-on, boom, and you have them automatically.
Yeah.
And then after having a few community add-ons so that we have a bit of feedback to release soon 1.0 about all this will be great.
One question that I have is, let's say that you have to do something before asking a question. Like, I don't know, you have to fetch something. Is there a way to do it right now?
Before questions, no. We don't have a hook before questions. So here it's hook, setup, run, and do we have this? Today we don't have this.
Okay, it's fine.
I'm even thinking now that you say it loud, I don't know if setup is happening maybe before the questions.
Okay, so I can maybe fetch something and add the question dynamically inside setup.
Interesting. Yeah, it could be something. Actually, I say this, but no. Do we have here options? No, we don't have options yet, so we don't know the question. Yeah, I think it's.
I mean, yeah,
it could be something to add.
Yeah, I'll try to experiment with it. And obviously, you have access to the option, like to the answer to the question inside the run, right?
Exactly, because
And
here we need to know who you answered, and then we have the option who here to say hello to Paolo or hello to YouTube.
And let's say that, for example, one question depends on the answer on another question.
Yes, so we have here condition, and this can depend on previous questions.
Okay.
So for example, if I put database, and depending if I'm on Postgres or MongoDB, for example, I can add additional questions.
Okay.
And that's actually why we did this builder pattern here, to be able to have a type, because everything is fully typed. So the next question will have also automatically the previous question.
That's very nice. That's very nice. There is a question from Bede. be there. Oh, sorry, I always tell you that I can never pronounce it correctly. I'm very sorry. Which is, so can we have something like AI SDK add-on? So it would set up config stuff for users and like DB setup add-ons like Convex, Supabase kind of. I think
Exactly.
yes, that's exactly that.
That's
Basically,
exactly the point. I
yeah,
hope that Convex will publish their own add-on, Supabase as well,
yeah,
AI SDK as well. Everyone, yeah.
basically just like now you can just add tailwind by doing sv add tailwind. Tomorrow you will be able to do sv add my awesome css library, which is not tailwind and it's much
Exactly.
better slash sv, and it will create files for you, install packages. I think you also have like one of the utilities is that you can install packages, right?
Yeah, exactly. Mhm.
Okay, so
So you can
so
add to your you can append to your package JSON, yeah,
yeah.
in dev dependency or in dependency. Yeah, you can do all this. Yes. Mhm.
Yeah. So yeah, like this is crazy. Like the reason why I added like the exploding ad face in the terminal in the thumbnail is because this is actually crazy. Like the SVCLI was already like a force power of Svelte, and I think this will actually unlock so much more and like the ability to create and just add something. And as you've said, I think it's also very nice that you can create your own setup, right? Because, for example, there's something that I always do when I create a new project. I don't know, always use a specific set of packages. Like, I don't know, I always use SQLite, I always use Drizzle, and
Mhm.
I can just create one add-on that I just use, and I set up my project how I like it. So that's very nice.
Exactly. And the day a dependency is changing, you just edit this part and then you have it all set up correctly.
Yeah. That is very, very nice. And yeah, thank you very much for showing us, and thank you for working on this, because I mean this
Oh,
is a huge work that span multiple months. And yeah, well, everybody out there, please try build your own package, your own add-ons, and try to report any issues.
yeah,
I think
sure.
you also have a section on testing, right? How to test your
Oh, when you scaffold, you are still sharing my screen, right? Yes.
yes,
When you scaffold, you have already a test. I
yeah,
see already that something is wrong here, but the test is actually working. I mean, it's wrong in terms of type. I have to look why, but
yeah,
um, but it's already testing your. So the scaffolding stuff is already testing,
yeah. That's very nice.
and
I
actually we do
will
it in our CI as well.
I will absolutely try this out. I want to have a TMCP add-on, so I will build one.
Okay, then see you tomorrow morning with your TMCP add-on.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. I actually like. I kind of already vibed one, but I want to use the new API. Like I think I did it at the very beginning, and I want to reuse it. So yeah, thank you very much,
Cool.
Jean.
Thank you.
And
See you soon.
thank you everybody for like showing up today. Again, this was very short but very informative. And go try the custom render API. Go try the custom add-on, like the community add-on. And I'll see you guys next Friday.
See you.
Bye
Bye.
bye.